First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT. PostWrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcast app you're using, you found us. Hello. And of course, live.
Twitch.tv/upNXT podcast. Hello, Twitch room. The boys are back. It's been a while since we've done an upNXT together.
I know. I went away. You went away.
Yeah, I was sick last week, and then you were away the week before on your concert.
We skipped BD Elite.
Skipped BD the Elite for BD the Elite. BD Elite. That's the name of our show. Every Wednesday, we talk about AEW on Wednesdays here as well.
Most Wednesdays.
But yeah, we skipped it last week.
We did. We went to a concert instead. We decided we work hard, and we wanted a night off, and we got tickets to a show that coincided on a Wednesday.
I got my negative COVID test, and I felt all good, and yeah, it was a fun night.
Yeah, we went to see Churches at the new Drake venue, History, in Toronto. So,
nice venue.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So now we're back to talk all about NXT.
NXT. We came back to a good one, I think.
We did, yeah. I mean, WarGames is this Sunday for NXT, and it doesn't say TakeOver on it, but will they take over? We're going to be watching. We're going to be doing a post-show. Right after the show ends at some point, we will be going live on Twitch. But if you're not sick of us enough, you can hang out with us during the whole show with our watch-along of NXT WarGames this Sunday. So watch it with us, come hang out with us, and then stick around for the post-show all on our Twitch. And then if you can't stay up that late, well, of course, the podcast will be on this free feed here and postwrestling.com and all that stuff. But WarGames, not once have we heard William Regal say it. It's not WarGames
season. It's a shame. Yeah. I do miss Regal. But I felt a lot more positive about this episode, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to this Sunday now.
Yeah, it should be super hype. So reminder, every Tuesday we go live on Twitch and record this show, and every Wednesday, BD Elite, we will be returning tomorrow night to talk all about the Atlantan Dragon versus the American Dragon. Five versus Danielson.
5 versus Danielson.
Yeah,
nice.
Fickle. Can't wait to talk all about that because we've been loving that. So we took the break off. We'll even talk about CM Punk and MJF because we're behind
from
now.
Last week. Yeah,
we'll have to talk all about that on that show tomorrow night. But we will talk about some NXT. But we got like some other things to talk about. I mean, we got it locked in. You got them.
Happy St. Andrew's Day.
Oh, is today St. Andrew's?
Today.
Oh, wow. Happy St. Andrew's
to all our
Day.
Scots. I assume that's where you were going.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
We finally have released our special St. Andrew's Day episode, Loch Ness. We go for 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Even the movie's not that long. No, the review is like 90 minutes, and then we did like almost an hour interview with the director of this movie. Yeah, we are actually insane. So we did Leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day, and we thought, why not do Loch Ness, this 1996 family film starring Ted Danson and Bilbo Baggins. And it's about Ted Danson going to Loch Ness and trying
he wants to disprove.
Yeah.
He wants to be like, Scotland. It's bullshit.
So you somehow managed to get the director of this movie, and we interviewed him. And I will say, we are an NXT wrestling-oriented podcast. I think the biggest story we've ever broken is on this show during this interview because our new friend John Henderson, the director, told us some bombshells about the making of this movie that could have altered the course of
life-altering
movie history, Oscar history. Apparently, I don't know. There's lots. I don't even want to talk about it. But
no, I really enjoyed that chat with John Henderson, and go out. Like a lot of people have said, you don't need to watch the film to listen to this show.
Yeah, we watched it for you guys.
Yeah, and we love it. And I want to stand by what I said on Twitter today. If you can prove to me you're Scottish, I'll give it to you for free.
You'll send them a link for free?
I'll send them a link for free.
Happy St. Andrew's Day.
St. Andrew's Day.
You got to prove you're Scotsination. You're double Scots?
Double Scots.
Prove it. Your barcode.
What does that mean? Like both parents have to
Both
be
parents gotta be
Scottish?
Scottish. Both doses. No. If you're Scottish and you're not a patron, you should be, but you'll maybe David will link you the show for free. That's a shout out to all our Scots out there. We love you Scots too. So
This is only valid on like Burns Night and St Andrew's Day. Like,
right.
if you come at me on like Saturday, you're like, no, sorry.
Yeah. There you go. At upNXT podcast for that. But that was one of the weirdest shows we've ever done.
Yeah.
Not only do we do all that, talk about this ridiculous movie and Ted Danson and his hairpiece or lack thereof. But I decided to leave in without editing out when the poster thing on our wall hit me in
Fell
the
on your head.
mid-recording. That was great. And I'm also getting heat online because of something I said on this show.
Yeah.
I see
Bad take, Braden.
No. All I said was I don't like sea lions.
Yeah.
And now I have all these people coming after me on Twitter and in the Twitch chats about how I'm a monster.
You're a psychopath.
No. See, I need to clear something up here. Sea otters, they're cool. They're great. They're cute, whatever. Sea lions, like the loud, obnoxious, like annoying dogs of the water.
They're the clowns of the sea.
Yeah, they suck. They're trash. They're sus. They're sketchy, and I don't like them.
So you don't mind sea otters? Because
No.
you said on Loch Ness you hated sea
Do
otters.
they make weird noises like that other one? No, they don't. Maybe I was wrong if I did go after sea otters, but sea lions.
Are sea otters just like... Are sea lions like sea otters in their final form?
The next Pokemon evolution?
yeah.
I don't know. They're annoying as fuck. I hate them. They're sketchy. They're like dolphins. They're shifty. No, none of that stuff. But yeah.
Otters hold hands when they sleep.
Yeah, otters are cool. Sea otters are cool, but you know.
All right.
Yeah, but that was a strange review that we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've got some more coming up.
That's yeah, guys. I mean, today is November 30th, which means tomorrow is December 1st.
Yes.
Which means it's the holidays, which means it's time for our December schedule on our Patreon. I think that if you've never given us a shot, $5 is not a lot to ask to give yourself a Christmas or holiday present this year, because it's $5 and you get access to every show we've ever done, even including last year or the year before that, Santa's Sleigh, the Goldberg movie, Krampus, all these past Christmas stuff is in that catalog. All the past shows are there, and it's only $5. But you get access to everything that's coming out this month. And if you thought we topped ourselves with Loch Ness, or maybe you didn't and you hate it, you might think we topped ourselves this schedule.
Well, yeah, I'm going to reveal now 2 of the shows we're going to be doing.
All right.
We put it up a little poll on the Facebook group. I highly recommend you go and join.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do Christmas, like a Christmas film, like usually horror. We put about 7 things up on there, and it was too close between first and second place. So we're going to have a week in December called Jack Frost Week, where we'll be reviewing both the 1997 film Jack Frost and the 1998 film Jack Frost. And I'm trying to convince Braden to watch A Touch of Frost with Detective Jack Frost as well.
So we have a Facebook poll. Sometimes the Facebook helps us pick stuff we're going to review for the schedule. And we put up all these like Christmas horror movie stuff, and I'd somehow weaseled in Jack Frost with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And well, it was winning. I'm pretty sure it's so
one.
close. Yeah,
it's first. Yeah.
But there's the other Jack Frost, where it's like an actual horror movie about the killer snowman. Very similar plot, just one turns evil.
He dies and becomes a snowman.
Yeah,
and
both
then kills
similar
people.
Yeah.
The other guy just wants to be with his kid.
Yeah. So this is basically we couldn't decide between which Jack Frost movie we were going to review this Christmas. So it's a jack off, and
It's the best Frost ever.
We're gonna be fuck it. We said fuck it. We're gonna review both of them. So Jack Frost coming soon this month to the Patreon. But maybe horror Christmas movies isn't the thing. Maybe you're like, guys, you're missing the total spirit of Christmas. It's all about the classics, Christmas classics. I think it's time to reveal something we have lined up. I had it written down. I reached out to a close friend of the show, and I asked him one question. I asked him, "Are you lonely?" And he answered, "Yes." So John Pollock has agreed to come on and do a show with us, and we will be reviewing Home Alone
Yeah.
Boom.
The original. Not this
OG.
Home Sweet Home Alone shit.
None of that.
Yeah.
No, none of that.
We got the Pollock.
We got him.
He's coming.
Locked in.
We reeled him in.
That's right.
And
yeah,
we're doing Home Alone.
So we're going to chat all about it. The Wet Bandits, how the dad in the movie could afford such a big house. We're going to talk all about it. Buzz, your girlfriend, Wolf, with the guy himself. Kieran
Culkin.
Kieran Culkin is in it. Yeah. So John Pollock, Post Wrestling, he's going to join us this month for Home Alone. This might be the new main event for most of our listeners. That sounds good to me, us talking about Home Alone.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
We haven't tackled a comedy for a while,
Yeah.
but I feel there's more discussion to be had.
There's
this
Joe
one.
Pesci and Daniel Stern.
Yeah,
It's great.
there's a lot going on.
It'll be great. John will carry us through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be like NXT 1.0 and 2.0.
I'm going to go deep on the trivia for this.
You're going
one,
to try
with
to
the
get
research.
them. Yeah, true. Yeah, good call. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Yeah, what else do we have coming out this month?
Well, like for the rest of the week, we've got a lot going on. Tomorrow, as you mentioned, it's AEW Dynamite with BD Elite. We've got Shot in the Dark coming out on this very free feed. Also on this free feed, we just uploaded our Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice review. So that's now available
For free.
For everyone.
This feed.
This Friday, I'm going to be joined by Martin Bushby on The Sesh, where we're talking about the latest episode of Succession, and it's Kendall's birthday this week. So, yeah, great episode talking about that this Friday on the Patreon, as well as we've got a new episode of Was Next. We're talking about the June 26th episode of NXT.
Yeah, talking about how Emma was Orange Cassidy before Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Their bubbles.
And then this Saturday, we're releasing our latest episode of Up Yours, where we're talking about the 1979 film The Warriors.
Warriors. Yeah, one of our world champ patrons. And if you become a world champ, you get to pick stuff and you can come on. But our world champ patron, I'm blanking on who picked this movie.
Curtis Lee.
Curtis. Well, Curtis was like, guys, I don't want to talk to you. Screw you. I just want to hear you talk about the movie. So we're going to be talking about The Warriors. We got a lot of feedback already for this movie. So I know.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so looking forward to it.
It's an awesome movie. So we'll be talking all about that. I'm sure about the video game a little bit too. But yeah, super excited to talk all about that this week. We got. Yeah, I mean it's December, and by the end of the month, we're going to be putting out some new stuff, including in January some best match ever. Two-parter show again. We had a lot of fun doing that last year, so we will be.
So we'll be very soon be putting together a bit of a spreadsheet, getting all your votes in to do our top 10 best matches of 2021. This is always as voted by you and kind of us together.
It's tough.
We come up with a top 10. Yeah, there's a lot of refreshing I need to do.
Yeah.
Those early months.
Like,
got to go back to empty arenas and all that. Ugh.
There's Walter Dragunov 2. There's Ibushi, Jay White. There's Danielson versus anyone. There's so many. There's so many out this year that you couldn't even argue. The cage match you were at.
Yeah.
There's so many. But yeah, we're gonna be working towards that. So at upNXT podcast for all the updates going forward, because we did this last year where we got you guys to help create the list and vote and everything, and it was great, and can't wait to do that. But yeah, so many shows, and it's only $5, guys. North American tier, patreon.com/upnext. That's how we keep our Christmas lights on this month. So go join us, and you haven't already. It's only $5, and you get access to so many past shows, so many shows. So yeah, that's how we do things here.
That's how we do things
in the
here.
BDE. I mean, there's a movie we're going to be seeing that we won't be reviewing, at least not right away. Maybe down the line eventually. But you made sure
we'll open the next episode of the show just saying everything that happens.
No. You locked in some tickets.
I got them.
You got the hottest ticket in town. The Tim Biebs hat.
Oh.
No. No, not that. You got the Spider-Man tickets.
Spider-Man. No Way Home. Well, we managed to get a ticket.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of cinemas quite close to us, but we're actually going a bit further out because they're selling pretty quick here, so we've got some nice seats.
The first few days, because it comes out here.
We're going on one of the previews, I think.
We're going on a Thursday, so we're going on the 16th to see it now. So you got us the tickets, so we're super excited to see all about the Spidey Mans. I'm gonna cry if Tobey Maguire shows up.
Oh yeah, we did sing Hero.
We did sing Hero from Spider-Man the other day, and the crowd loved it. We killed it. We nailed it. watching us.
We'll have to do it again after we see the film.
After
we need to find a Thursday night karaoke.
Yeah, we'll sing Hero.
Yeah.
Hopefully Toby shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that movie, and it seems to be like this. Like back in my day, you just go to the theater. Hey, can I get a ticket? But nowadays, people are buying it like
it's like it used to be, like
I guess.
way back in the day.
Yeah, is that how it used to be? Like booking it.
Had to book a ticket.
Yeah.
I remember my parents phoning a number, and booking,
Wow.
pressing buttons. You listen to the cinema listings.
Right, yeah.
And you press 3, and then you're like, all right, Spider-Man, and then it reads the times, and it's like, all right, you press 4.
Damn.
And then you pay.
It's crazy that there's so many people buying tickets, though. It's like the last time this happened was like one of the Avengers movies, or Star Wars.
This
or
feels
something.
like the first thing, Star Wars, I'd say.
This will easily be the biggest
Film of
pandemic.
all time.
Biggest of all time is the Spider-Man No
It'll
Way
be
Home.
stupendous.
Yeah.
You'll never see it coming.
Well, it's coming. It's coming, and we're super excited about it. We got a Christmas tree.
We did.
You came home and you got a pre-lit, which made me giggle. It's pre-lit. It's pre-lit. It's pre-lit.
Pretty lit.
Christmas tree.
We
It's
need
fake.
more decorations for it.
Yeah. We got the spinner title decoration on it somewhere. We got a baby Yoda now. Maybe I got tinsel, but I don't know what to do with it. Just throw it at it, like Spider-Man. I don't know what to do with tinsel.
You wrap it.
Okay.
You drape
We'll
and
have
you
to
wrap.
do it. Well, we got Christmas lights. We're all in the mood now. Spooky season's done and gone, and we're all in the Christmas spirit.
Oh, and Jake, sorry to pull that spirit away, but Jake in the chat's reminding me, rest in peace, Stephen Sondheim.
Oh.
One of the greatest composers ever.
Oh.
The lyricist of West Side Story.
Damn.
Which obviously the new one's just coming out. Like a fucking genius. And
Damn.
I've performed a bunch of his stuff in the past, and he's incredible. So pour one out, Stephen Sondheim.
Yo, rip Young Dolph too, man. You know Young Dolph?
Oh, the
Not
the
Dolph,
rapper.
Not Dolph Ziggler.
I thought he meant Dolph Lundgren.
No, that's definitely not
Okay.
Young Dolph. Yeah, just the world keeps going around, man. I saw Betty White was trending today. I got nervous.
Fuck, that is scary every time. Queen's getting up there as well. We're gonna have a king soon.
Yeah, you think there's time for Pete Davidson to get with the Queen so he becomes king?
That still wouldn't work.
No, it won't work.
Well, Prince Philip was her husband for many, many decades and was never king.
All right. But if Pete swoops in,
He could be a prince, Prince Pete.
Prince Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson's my spirit animal.
No, I don't know. Even if he married in, he wouldn't be a prince, I don't think. I think he'd be like a fucking duke or something.
Duke Davidson.
Duke Davidson.
That sounds like an NXT wrestler. Duke
I
Davidson.
was going to say Duke Hudson's brother, but it doesn't work like that, does it? It's surnames.
Sure. Well, yeah. Well, go look at our Twitter at upNXT Podcast for all the stuff we've been doing, all updates on the show, and everything like that. We have so much going on this month, and we're super excited for you guys to hear all these shows coming out. Should we talk about some NXT? Because I know it's holiday times, and today it definitely felt like, I know it's the day before December 1st, but I'm in the grocery store line, and it's busy. It's like crowded, and I heard Mariah like the first full time, full through, not like a commercial, like the full song while I'm in line waiting, and I like getting in the Christmas spirit, but when you're like agitated.
Yeah.
The thing is, I couldn't imagine working retail in these times of the month because you
hear
could
it
be
all
having
the
a
time.
shit day and all this happy,
All the time.
annoying music comes on. Like I'm in line rushing. I'm like, oh my god, this double coffee's kicking in, and I want to get the fuck out of here. And now Mariah's just like, oh, I'm just like, this is like putting me in the worst zone ever. And I was like, oh, the holidays are here. It's great.
I will say this year, normally I'm like, come on guys, it's a bit early. It's a bit early to be putting trees up and stuff. This year I'm kind of for it. I'm like, let's get festive. I think last year was shit.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it up.
You're gonna have some eggnog.
I don't know what I'll do. Oh, tell you what I did do.
What'd you
Book
do?
my flights home.
Ooh.
Going home in February.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Back to the UK.
Back to the UK. Back to
Damn.
the homeland.
Whoa. What's gonna happen?
No, probably Omicron or something. Something will get in the way. But
I'm not.
Yeah.
Jeez. Damn, that's exciting.
Yeah.
You're going for what? Valentine's
going
Day?
for 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay. Damn. What are
Yeah.
you gonna do?
Don't know. See my mum. See
Hang
my
around?
dad. See my grandma. My brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. See some friends.
That's all right. That
Yeah.
sounds good, man.
Yeah,
Because you haven't been back in a long time.
Be 2 years since last went home.
We need to invade the UK. We got the ground covered here in Toronto, New York. You gotta go back to your stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him who's boss.
Take over. Tell them they need to bring some wrestling over there to the UK.
Yeah, I'll try and see some wrestling, I think.
Is there wrestling going on?
I think so. I think it's back.
Rev Pro or
Yeah, all that stuff.
Not DDT. Progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty good. That's good news. So to help make sure Davie can pay for those flights, go to patreon.com/.
upNXT, yeah.
You don't want him to see his mom. You don't
Pay
want
for
him
my
to see his
flight
dad?
and I'll talk to you about the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah,
How's that for a
you're
deal?
You're just cruel if you're not helping this man see his family. You're just mean if you don't help him. And I'm going to Mexico, so patreon.com/upNXT because I need tip money for my vacation. Okay, let's talk about some NXT. We've talked enough. NXT 2.0 from Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. We start off with a bit of a war, because I'm not sure if you know, but it's WarGames
Yeah.
this Sunday. And, well, the women walk through Gorilla. They're hyped up. They're jacked up. And the baby faces meet the heels, and everyone's brawling. And it sets up our first match, which we were told of. It's the WarGames Advantage ladder match. And it's Dakota Kai versus Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, they escorted all the other women out the arena to their locker rooms during the match. Kept cutting back. It was like Survivor Series 2001 with the Alliance, WWF in their locker rooms watching on. But yeah, they did something similar last year where they were kind of separated on the podium thing. Obviously, it was empty there, but I quite like how they put the emphasis on the teams to kick off the show. And I was actually kind of hyped for this match. I think Kaylee Ray and Dakota Kai, they were gonna kind of try and kill each other, which was quite looking forward to.
I can tell you right off the bat that I didn't see any twitching.
No, true.
So that's a plus.
True.
None of this twitching.
Certainly
nonsense.
not during the match. And yeah, if there was, it was very little when they were walking backstage.
So Dakota Kai versus Kaylee Ray. Kaylee starts fighting Kai, and then Kai throws her into a ladder on the ramp, and then they're fighting all over the place. In the ring, there's a huge super kick, and then Kaylee hits this huge tope con hilo to the outside onto Dakota Kai. They're brawling, and Kai gains control, and then they're fighting on the steel steps, and Dakota hits the roll of the dice, or the crossroads almost, into the steel steps, which looked pretty sweet.
Nice snap to it.
Yeah, not so much crossroads, but like the one Damian Priest does, or Damian Priest kind of does the crossroads.
Kind of like the rolling neck break.
The rolling
almost.
one, yeah, the roll of the dice thing. It looked cool. Kaylee Ray fights back and then hits this, again, a tope, but a suicide dive through the middle, crushing Dakota into the announce table. And then there's a ladder laying down, and she hits a gourd buster on Kai. And they censor Kai here because she's swearing. She's like, holy fuck, or something.
Yeah,
she's selling,
they blocked it.
Yeah, she's selling the ribs from this bump here.
And you saw when she got back in the ring, they were like, I think Kaylee Ray said sorry or something. She's like, yep, you're good.
It's fine. Kai does fight back. There's a series of pump kicks in the corner, her patented moves, and then goes up top, and she's like about to win the match, but instead she wants to hurt her opponent. I don't really know why, but she does the diving stomp, like the coup de grace, double stomp off the ladder.
Looked great.
Yeah, this looked insane. Not really quite sure why she would do that in the match.
I think she thought she was coming back.
She was getting up.
Away,
no, I'm going to put her
and
down.
I'll hurt you for WarGames. Put you out.
They're both laid out now because it's such a dive for this move. But again, the spot was awesome. They go to commercial. When we come back, Kaylee Ray gains control. She gets back up. They stop each other from climbing. There's then the Kaylee Ray bomb, the gory bomb faceplant thing to the announce table like we've seen her do. And then... sorry, I think I got the spots mixed up because this is where
She did two stomps. She did like the Alberto Del Rio kind of one on the apron.
Yeah, that's right.
Before commercials, and then did it off the
This
ladder.
one, yeah. So she does hit it finally off the top here, which again looked amazing. But there was some other ones, crazy stomps. And Kaylee eventually gets Dakota upside down in the ladder, and she's hanging upside down in like a tree of woe kind of thing, but with the rung of the ladder. And Kaylee just puts the boots to her, like stomping at her, and then climbs up it, grabs it, and wins the match. Kaylee Ray gains WarGames advantage for the baby faces.
Yeah, same as last year with the women.
Yeah.
Which I remember us being a little critical of last year. I know it's cliche, the heels starting, but it kind of works. So we'll see how they work it on Sunday with the baby faces kind of leading the WarGames. But I really, really enjoyed this match. I think both Kaylee Ray and Dakota Kai can get quite vicious, which makes for like a really exciting ladder match. So when I heard it was the two against each other, I thought this should be pretty good. And I felt they were trying to do some creative stuff, some stuff we hadn't really seen before. I liked the kind of Tree of Woe thing at the end. It was just a bit different from normal. And I liked both ladder matches tonight, only used one ladder. And I thought it made for a way more kind of competitive match almost. I thought this was a great start to the show.
It's like Shawn and Jericho.
Yeah.
One ladder.
It's different because we see a lot of the car crash ladder matches whereas when it's just one ladder... sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, when it's just one ladder, it feels more of a sport almost.
Yeah.
Just fighting over the one thing.
Yeah, again, the only thing that bothered me was her jumping when she it's not like they had a feud. I know there was the attack.
Maybe that's when she should have twitched. She's crazy,
she did and I didn't notice.
She's crazy.
Yeah, true. Maybe she did and I didn't notice. But yeah, awesome match. Honestly, a great open to this show. I always like a show that starts off with something hot, but it made sense for them to fight over something that was, I guess, a stake involved.
But in a way, it's to lead up to a match on Sunday, so it could make sense that you'd be like, oh, I could actually really hurt them. This isn't like for the title, is it? So in a way, you could be, oh, I could win this and get advantage, or I could kill her, break her ribs going into Sunday
on her.
And win this.
No, I thought it was great. Probably one of the best things NXT 2.0 has put on thus far. And,
I think so.
And that was just the first match here tonight. But great start. Kaylee Ray and Dakota definitely shined here in this match. And the good guys get advantage in WarGames. We go to Andre Chase. Little insert video. He's mad at Cameron Grimes. And he says, you're going to get your head shaved this week. But you're going to get an Andre Chase University-sized ass-kicking tonight to Grimes. So, better watch out.
Yeah.
GYV, the Grizzled Young Vets, they're backstage in the locker room. And it looks as if they're trying to break into someone's locker. And Jiro interrupts.
Yeah, Gibson's teaching Drake how to be on watch and all this. Because he's that was what happened in the tag match last week. The referee caught them trying to cheat.
Right.
So I think he's you got to be better being on watch. And as he's trying to do it, it's two guys just walk in and he's fuck's sake.
So first he's got segments where he's teaching them how to rob people.
Yeah.
How to pickpocket people. And now he's look, in case
You're the getaway driver.
It's hey, he's trying to help him pick this Dudley lock, right? This locker lock. He's look, in case you get released and your stuff is still here, this is how you get it back. Instead of letting them send it to you in a garbage bag. So he's trying to pick the lock.
You need to get into Vince's lockbox to team up with Shane and keep your job.
Man, I love Grizzled Young Vets and I hate anything they're doing with this. But Jiro walks in and he's hey, what are you doing? And they're we're blown. And he's this is a sensible operation. And they keep repeating that. And Jiro's what? And they tell Jiro to shh. He's what? Shh. And then Kushida walks in. It feels like this is a Seinfeld sketch now. And it's oh, Kushida's here, jacket time. And they tell him to shh. And Jiro reminds Kushida that this is a sensible operation. And then they both walk off. And then Grizzled Young Vets run away as the interviewer shows up and says, what's going on here? And Jiro says, it's a sensible operation.
Well, Brooks and Jensen came in.
They said, what are you doing with our locker?
Yeah.
And they're they didn't get into the locker though.
No, they're trying to steal their. What do you reckon they got in there? Another flannel another flannel shirt,
PBR,
some beer,
Confederate flag or something. I don't know what these guys got in their locker though.
Yeah, I don't hate this Gibson and Drake thing as much as you. Some of the weeks have worked for me. I think they've both got a good personality, so I don't mind them doing some skits when not wrestling. But this was bad. This was really bad. I hated the stuff with Jiro and Kushida.
Yeah.
It was just... And I don't like Brooks and Jensen either. It's like, yeah. Wasn't very funny.
Dickie in the chat says in their locker is probably overcooked steak.
Yeah.
From that promo. I mean, in their locker there was some really good
Steak. I like mine well.
Rare. You know, best and worst of shows are coming up.
That one's coming. I'm remembering that. I don't know what category.
What
but
category
I need to
is that?
shoehorn it in somehow.
Brooks and Jensen. Brooks and Dunn. Whatever they're... Yeah, fuck.
Brooks, worst match of the year. Brooks and Jensen versus a vignette.
Versus the grill. And an editor. Fuck. We go to our next match. Andre Chase. Did somebody? Yes, they did. Andre Chase going up against Cameron Grimes, a.k.a. John Wick.
He looks
Cameron
great,
Grimes.
doesn't he?
Handsome
guy.
Yeah, he cleans up well. Andre Chase gets a few cheap shots in here. He pulls the hair of Grimes and then hits this kind of nice-looking spinning neck breaker. Shout out Harlem Bravado. And comes at him, but Grimes eventually counters. He jumps off the top rope. Chase moves out of the way. Grimes lands on his feet, then runs at him with the cave-in. And 1, 2, 3, it's over to the moon. Grimes wins the match. But the story kind of comes after.
Yeah, not much of a match. It was more for the after thing.
Wasn't much of an Andre Chase-sized ass-kicking.
He was doing a thing. He's got some students in the audience, and he was like getting them to spell out his name, I think, as he was stomping
Give
down.
me an A.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know a character's in trouble when they're doing the Spirit Squad stuff. Yeah, he's got some of these PC guys as his... like
His students.
or
Students
his
in the
male
crowd. The
cheerleaders
Chase
or something, yeah.
University section.
Yep. Duke Hudson appears on the perch.
He's on the perch.
The perch
yes.
is still back. Wow, it's crazy. The best return ever. Duke Hudson's there. And he says, I can't wait for our hair versus hair match later tonight, on Sunday. And I got a digital expert to make it look like what we'd see if you got your hair cut. So he says, the truck, play it. And then it's classic, hair versus hair setup here where you got to look what the guy would look like bald. But
The thing is, Grimes without a beard, like, none of these pictures look like Cameron Grimes at all, did they?
So he's got one where it's Cameron Grimes with a Karen haircut, and he says you look like you would report things to the manager, and then calls him Karen Grimes. This is almost like Edge doing this to Kurt Angle in 2002, but like reversed. He then shows him like this like side hair thing. Have you seen this hairstyle?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't quite this, but you ever seen like where people got stuff shaved, but
Shaved
then like
on
this
one
like
side and then a string.
a strand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Joe Gacy loves that hairstyle. Then he cuts to just a bowl cut
Yeah.
and says, you're like Dumb and Dumber, you're Larry Curly and Moe, you're one of those guys. And then he shows him bald and says, you're going to look like this. The internet says you've become more handsome since I cut your hair. Well, you're going to become even more handsome when I shave your head bald. And then...
No, he was like, I don't want you to be handsome. I want to make you an idiot.
So I'm going to shave your beard too. That's gone way too far.
Yeah.
You're going to shave the guy. That's fucked up.
The Photoshop thing is a really, like, tired thing. Like, it's used a lot, especially in these kind of feuds. It definitely doesn't work as well, the heel doing it to the babyface.
Yeah.
Because you want to laugh along at how silly they look. And also, I think these Photoshops, it was a mistake removing his beard from all of them, because it just didn't look like Cameron Grimes. It should have been his regular face with, like, the Karen and the half and half or whatever.
Right.
And then be like, completely bald. And the last picture is it all. But yeah, it definitely doesn't work, the heel using it on the babyface, I don't think.
This is just weird that this match is happening. But...
I'm quite into the match, actually, because I don't think either. I think both look pretty good as they are. And I think both...
handsome men.
They are. And I think both of them would look ridiculous bald. Whereas previous ones, it's like, well, yeah, Kurt, you've got that big bald patch at the back. I wonder who's losing this one.
Right.
So for me, that's actually added stakes I'm interested in, because I can't call it.
We'll give some predictions later at the end of the show, but it's a tough one. Duke bald, I mean, fuck. Maybe it's that they don't even shave someone. Because this pisses off Cameron Grimes, these photos. He goes and attacks Andre Chase and then goes under the ring and gets these electric clippers. And he's about to use it, but Chase escapes. And Cameron says, I'm going to beat you, Duke, and I'm going to shave you bald. So, damn. Cameron Grimes was just about to take a casualty of Andre Chase. Just shave him.
Thought you should have.
Shave his goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like the end of this Photoshop thing. I wasn't so keen on,
Yeah.
but I do quite like both guys, and I think Grimes has actually got quite a good track record in these big matches. So I think this could be pretty entertaining, and I am genuinely curious at the outcome.
Cameron Grimes keeps having these silly storylines for the past year and some change, and the matches are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's good at this
I kind of trust
stuff.
him, so I think it's going to be good.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's silly as hell, but all right, let's see.
But
where it
I
goes.
can get into a good hair versus hair.
Yeah.
Shout out Kurt Angle versus Edge.
One of your favorite
One of
matches
my favorite
ever.
matches of all time.
Yeah.
Hair versus hair.
Did you give it
Angle
5
versus
stars?
Edge. No.
You did.
Did I?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's your favorite match
It's been a
ever.
while. I'll see what.
Best match ever, hair versus hair match.
Maybe.
What other ones come to
They're
mind?
all AAA, aren't they? They're all Triple
yeah,
Mania.
yeah, every year.
That's what this 6-way should be on Saturday.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be for the vacant mega title.
yeah.
It should be hair versus hair, like 6-way hair versus hair.
Loser. Well, I thought they were going to add Andre Chase to this, make it a triple
Threat hair versus hair. That'd be great.
Whoever
That would be
gets-
an easy outcome. You know who's taking the L in that.
Did
Actually, we
somebody
decided
say-
we don't actually want Duke or Grimes to be bald, so Harlem, Andre.
Did somebody? The loser, the guy who gets pinned gets shaved.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Does Umaga Bobby Lashley count? Donald Trump? That counts.
That's just for someone else, isn't it? Yeah.
Still,
it was
yeah.
a hair versus hair. Yeah.
Yeah. Biggest match ever. Yeah. Hair versus hair. And wrestling's just great.
I do like this gimmick though.
Okay.
I'll put my hair on the line. One up next Mania.
Yeah, I'll put my hair on the line too.
You put your beard.
Oh!
Hair versus beard.
Oh! That's tough. I'm still losing less, I think, if I'm just shaving my beard. In a week, this will fucking grow back.
Have you seen my ears? I'd look like an alien.
I
with a shaved
I
head.
would put you up to that challenge because I would look funny for 3 days, where you would look funny for a little while.
A few weeks.
Yeah. my luscious ginger beard will grow back real quick. Your luscious locks might take a little
My
while.
hair grows pretty quick, but yeah,
Yeah.
it would. I'd definitely miss it for a bit. But maybe winter's the best time. 'cause
Twitch
then I
chat
can
is
just wear-
losing their minds
wear
right
a
now.
toque the whole time.
Yeah, just wear a hat like I do. Yeah, you look funny in hats. Except your goofy hat.
Yeah, it's because of the ears.
Up next, Mania 2023.
2023,
Beard versus hair.
when it's maybe going a bit more grey.
I don't even think I want to do that to you. You're my friend. I don't...
It would have to be one of the when we do it live, the first live Up Next Mania. Hair versus beard.
Gonna wear the do-rag like Vince? That's what Chris Leone in the chat just said.
Did you say I was watching Tiger King? And
Yeah.
what's Carol Baskin's husband called?
The dead guy?
No,
Rip?
the alive one.
Oh, not the one she killed.
No, the one she whips.
Right. I don't know. What's his name?
Well, he was at the end of an episode put on a do-rag and pretended to be Jeff. Started doing an impression of Jeff, and Carol was like, "Oh, you're so funny."
Fuck, man. Well, if you shave your head, you could be ECW champion like Vince. It'd be great. That would-
Eyebrows versus eyebrows.
Like
Like
Kanye.
Haaland.
Kanye West's been doing
Did
that.
he
He's been
shave
shaving
his eyebrows?
Yeah. He's been going through a lot.
Yeah.
Again, Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Bring him up on the show. Well, hair versus hair is going to be lit. Your goal this day, everyone, not this day, but this week, before Sunday, talk to someone who you know doesn't watch wrestling and maybe thinks is weird, and explain to them what a hair versus hair match is in wrestling.
And if they don't get it, you go, you see, this guy's fucking this guy's wife. Every time it works. It makes the match way more interesting.
Yeah, sure. Well, we go to like an announcement that tonight the main event is going to be a ladder match for WarGames advantage on the men's side, the 1.0 versus 2.0, and it will be 2 people from each side, like earlier, but the WWE Universe is voted somehow.
Yeah.
I don't really know how, but they have. It's like Taboo Tuesday.
I guess.
Why have NXT never done a Taboo Tuesday? They're on Tuesdays.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Fuck.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy money right
Boom.
there.
Yeah. Johnny Gargano will be competing in the ladder match tonight.
Good choice.
Yeah,
The NXT universe chose wisely with that one.
Might be his last Tuesday night
Maybe.
here. Remember, he was
I'm wearing
the
my
Tuesday
classic
night.
Johnny wrestling shirt right now.
Yeah, you are. He was the Tuesday night. Remember?
Yeah.
That's right. Maybe he'll be the Wednesday night.
He's been the Wednesday night before.
Yeah,
Hasn't he?
yeah. We get a promo from Idris Anafe,
Yes.
and he's talking about how they tried to fit me in a box, mold me, and it shows graffiti and all this stuff. He says, I was told I wouldn't make it out of Inglewood, California, but I have. It's the struggle, and I go through it. They all wanted me to fail. 5.5 years I spent in the military, and after that I was told my service wasn't needed anymore. So I'm back to square one, and I'm in NXT, and my first opponent tonight, Solo Sikoa, fought in the streets, so we're not that different, but I am the epitome of excellence. Idris Enofe.
Felt like he was going to go out on American Idol and then like sing You Raise Me Up or something.
He was really giving it his
It
all.
felt, yeah, I say that because it felt like a kind of more of a character profile rather than these
He was just
so many
talking.
of these cheesy things we've seen. It felt like this is a guy showing us a bit of his past, and we're going to see him. I kind of like this style to introduce someone. It did feel like they were on like a reality TV show a little bit, just with this. Who is this guy?
Well, he doesn't have a gimmick.
No,
He's from the streets, like Solo Sikoa, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it was fine.
sat in the cafe. Was
Like the name Idris.
Idris? Yeah.
Idris Alba.
Yeah.
Idris.
No, I way prefer these to the gimmicky ones we've seen. Like I
Yeah.
much prefer this to this Tiffany we see later on. Like this is okay. It's telling me about a bit about who this guy actually is.
Yeah, but
and
hold
I
on,
understand why he's gonna fight now.
Yeah, but don't talk down on Tiffany just yet. Come on.
All right.
Give it a chance. We go to our next segment. The New Breed is what I called them. Wasn't that the ECW people? The New Breed? It's NXT 2.0, and they're all in the ring. Carmelo talking on the stick. He says, ain't nobody messing with my clique, with Trick Williams. Shout out Kanye. And he runs down the team. He's running down Johnny Gargano. He says, you've had big matches, big moments, and, well, it's out with the old, in with the new. I'm not here to hang around with you. I'm here to take your spot. I'm here to get rid of you. So when Carmelo shoots, I don't miss. Grayson Waller's there, and I had to ask, wait, who's that guy? Oh, Grayson Waller, right. He then says that he can't wait to beat Team Hot Dogs and Handshakes, and we're not here to carry your bags or tie your boots. We came in here, we slapped you in the face, and we post about it on social media because that's what sports entertainers do. And LA Knight is just jealous of the Grayson Waller effect as he reveals his shirt that says the Grayson Waller effect. Braun Breaker grabs the mic and says, Ciampa calls me a puppy, brings up the math references, and he just loves to preach. Well, I'm going to beat Team Black and Gold, and then I'm coming for that title. And then this is when Tony D'Angelo grabs the microphone.
I've got some thoughts in a second.
Hey, oh, Black and Gold, eh? Well, look at me. I love gold. And after, WarGames, maybe I'll get some of it. And then he says, but enough about me. It's time to talk about this road, this paved road that these guys said they paved for us. Well, it's got some potholes, 4 of them. And one of them is you, Petey Poppins, referring to Pete Dunne. He then says, you better bring your best because you're going to need it. And this is when Johnny Gargano kind of comes out here and says, you 2.0 kids live in a unicorn fantasy land, and you can't beat the guys who put NXT on the map. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have a ring here to stand in. So you want to try to bury all this? Well, you won't. And it all starts with you, the big bad booty nephew, Braun Breaker. Tonight is Braun versus Johnny in the ladder match. So, damn. And he also says, don't have your boys ringside. I won't have mine. 1-on-1 ladder match. Let's go.
Big
bad booty nephew.
I actually really like this. I think this is the first time this is kind of this 2.0 class. They're like, right, these are the leads. These are the guys we're going with. And I thought Bron, I thought Waller and Carmelo sounded really good. Tony D'Angelo's fun. He seems very out of place here. This is like, imagine you have a team and it's like Okada, Tanahashi, Ibushi,
the Fonz,
and Kane. It's like, it just felt really out of place because the other three, I understand their characters. Carmelo is like, he wants to be the new showstopper. He wants to be the new Mr. Wrestling.
Right.
So he's going for Johnny. Makes sense. Bron is like, sure, I don't have experience, but I'm big and can like fucking eat you. Ciampa, your time's out. I'm next. And then Waller is just being the disrespectful, like, these old timers going on and on. It's not about that anymore. It's not about hot dogs and handshakes. And then we got this guy who walks in from The Sopranos, who's like doing his I like gold and stuff.
I don't know. It reminds me of like bad guys, like the Sinister Six here. Everyone's got their own thing. Look, if anyone is not have a spot or is in the right place in this match, let's look at this for a second. Team 2.0 is the four guys we just mentioned: Braun, Tony, Grayson, and Mello.
Yeah.
Versus Team Black and Gold, Team 1.0, Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, Tommaso Ciampa, and LA Knight. What?
I mean, I like LA Knight. I think he's been really good. He hasn't been there as long as the other three, but he's still like a vet. Like his opponent is Grayson Waller,
right?
Who like LA Knight's someone who's worked everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it kind of makes sense that Waller's like pissing him off. But yeah, it does feel like just if you want that classic class, you'd put Kyle in there.
Kyle should be
and
there.
And you'd have LA and Von.
For no reason at all. Maybe Kyle loses his match, he's fed up, and LA Knight gets taken out, so he takes the spot.
But
do the click spot at the end of the night.
I did like this. I think it's... I do think D'Angelo seems out of place, but I do think all of them sounded really confident. And I'm like, okay, I get why you've chosen these guys.
Yeah, it is.
It's made me more pumped for WarGames. Like, I think they did a really good job building WarGames tonight.
And it sets up the ladder match later tonight for their WarGames advantage. Yeah. But I actually loved... Again, this reminded me of, like, the Spider-Man movie coming up with all these villains. It's like, okay, this guy's going to say his bit. This guy's going to say his bit, his piece, his not his origin story, but his, like, why he's doing the things he's doing, almost. Tony maybe's like, yo, Peter, I just don't like you. But he has said that he's going to beat people to get the title eventually. But still, I thought it was great. Tony D'Angelo's lit. How are these guys going to do in a WarGames? Johnny Gargano, this is his first WarGames. And obviously a lot of people's first WarGames because this new class, these are all newer, fresher, greener talent. WarGames sounds like something that could be a little bit, not contrived, but a little bit crazy, messy, maybe.
Yeah.
Extreme.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Both of them. I kind of feel maybe that's why the baby faces won in that. So you always have the babyface team there is way more experienced. So you've always got two vets in the ring, or like one more vet than you do like JC and Gigi and
right.
Yeah. Perhaps. I can see Dakota definitely starting that one to have that like veteran presence in there.
Well, I mean, it's a bunch of vets working with these guys.
Yeah.
So like, hey, Pat McAfee had a WarGames.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. It does sound like it's going to be a big task for a lot of them.
Big bad booty nephew.
But I think it'll be good. I think these guys have impressed in what they've done. It's D'Angelo who's wrestling wise as well. He's the one who's like a bit more unproven. I feel Bron and Waller and Mello have all put on matches where I've gone, oh yeah, you're pretty good.
Tony's doing a double moon off the top.
Right, do it.
Tony's doing a moon off the top.
What would it be called?
When the moon hits your eye. That's amore, moonsault should be.
You could name it after if he did like a spiral thing, it could be like what, Fratelli? Is that the pasta? Twirly one?
Like a moon, like a pie, like a pizza.
Yeah.
Like, got a full moon or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's going to do something nuts. Watch it. Stealing the show. Tony D'Angelo.
He'll probably just go, hey!
Oh! Yeah, maybe. And I'll still love it. We go to LDF, Legado del Fantasma. They're being interviewed. They have a match tonight against Vaughn and Kyle. And they say they already beat him, so we're going to beat him again. And history is written by the victors. And then WarGames, we will be draped in gold. So vamonos. So they're ready for their match next. But when we come back, we go to MSK looking for the shaman.
Do you feel they've gone, MSK, you're getting a lot of boos from this crowd. We're going to send you away for 5 weeks.
It's been 5 weeks.
It's been 5 weeks
Yeah,
of
they need
this.
to find this shaman.
Yeah.
So they're driving in the car still. They have their GPS talking to them, and the GPS kind of starts talking. I think the GPS calls him a dipshit, and Wes is like, did the GPS just call you a dipshit? And they say it's only taken you 5 weeks to get to the shaman. And they stop the car. They found the spot finally. They say the shaman is inside. And I think the GPS says you better watch your ass as well. And that Wes wants to fight it, but Nash stops him. It reminded me of it's definitely Dude, Where's My Car? And then
Yeah.
he goes in the thing. So they finally get out the car, and they're so excited. And they say, "Are you ready to meet the shaman?" They say, "Yeah, you look amazing." They go up to the door. They knock at the door. They say, "We made it. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting me, bro." And the door opens. There's a bright, vivid light. Lots of smoke. They see the boots of someone. And their faces, they react. And it's the end of the segment.
Oh, we'll have to wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who is it?
I want to start seeing this being like fake versions of it coming up of who it could be.
Right.
Like it's going to be somewhat, you were saying when we were watching out, it's probably RVD.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be someone like that. I'd love it to be like, this is Walter's introduction into NXT.
He's in the house
He
smoking
just comes
up.
out, he kills the two of them, and he's like heading to NXT. Or it's kind of, with the boots it looked like Braun. That would suck, wouldn't it?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman.
It's Triple H. Could be Triple H. He's
Triple
back.
H come to
He's the
save.
shaman of NXT.
Yeah.
He should be there.
Regal.
Yeah. Regal?
Joe.
None of these
All
guys,
of them?
None of these guys are straight up smoker things, so I don't think it has to do with that maybe. I don't know. There was a lot of smoke. Last week I had Andrew Thompson on. He predicts that it's Boa and Mei Ying because all the smoke.
But Boa's busy.
Boa's later. Yeah, he's busy. He's
busy
not there.
messing up. Who was he playing with?
We'll talk about.
Yeah.
Trust me, we'll talk about it. So it's not Boa, but who is it with these boots?
Frank in the chat is suggesting it's Izzy's dad.
Because he's got all the smoke that everyone wants. Yeah, I don't know.
The Ascension Conor O'Brien is being suggested.
Yeah, RVD would be funny. Triple H would be funny.
The silhouette didn't look like RVD.
No, it didn't. But they could be tricking us.
Yeah.
So I hope they reveal it at WarGames. I don't want to wait a whole week now. I want to know.
Oh, you want to know? Yeah, WarGames could be good.
Just show it.
So yeah, it'll be Walter. He'll just destroy them both.
Are you saying Walter's gonna join them
And then
have
he's
a stoner
gonna-
gimmick?
No, he's gonna. It's been a trap to just kill them.
Oh.
And then he's gonna head to WarGames
Right.
and rip open the cage, fuck
What?
up everyone.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. It would be cool if Walter joined MSK and he was Stoner Walter.
Turns on Imperium.
Walter
Or maybe
bong rips with Walter.
he teams with them, Vaughn and Kyle. Just like, you guys look like you have so much fun. My mates are boring.
You guys are out there. I want to be out there too. Yeah.
The Godfather, perhaps?
The Godfather. No, they're talking about. Well, it's not John Morrison.
No.
Not the shaman.
No.
John Morrison. I don't know who it is, but I hope it's Triple H or RVD for MSK with their whole
Triple
thing.
H, like, what the fuck happened to my show?
Yeah, exactly.
Lads,
That's
let's
it.
Go.
That would be funny.
Let's go. It gives them army outfits.
Yeah.
They do the DX thing. Road Dogg's there.
Stop it. You had me at Triple H.
Sean's there.
Yeah, that's a given. They should have had a hair versus hair for Shawn.
Yeah.
Triple H versus Shawn, hair versus hair match.
I even think Shawn, even though he's balding, grow it out.
What?
I think it just looks better grown out.
Yeah. So maybe it's a preference, man. Maybe he likes it. The heartbreak
Doesn't
kid.
work for him.
Heartbreak man. Well, he's not the... Maybe Shawn's the shaman. The Shawnman.
The Shawnman?
Heartbreak kid. He probably gets down.
Yeah.
He likes to get high up there. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Who's the shaman at upNXT Podcast? This was probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
It still was them being weird with the GPS thing, but it was probably my favorite one. It's finally like, okay, it's ending. So
I want to know.
Yeah, let's get to it.
I'm now like, yeah, I do want to know.
It better be Izzy's dad now that I'm thinking about it. Want that smoke. We go to Legado del Fantasma versus Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly. Winner faces Imperium at WarGames for the tag titles. We get Kyle in. He's getting double teamed by them. There's a double spine buster and then in stereo drop kicks to Kyle's face. Wade says that he doesn't trust the team of Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly. He says they're not going to be able to get it done. They already lost, and they're not going to win because you have to know your partner intimately if you want to be a tag team partner.
You do.
Do you know me intimately?
Pretty intimately, I think.
I think we know each other intimately.
Do you think we'd be a good tag team?
Yeah, I'll be Vaughn.
We should challenge Nate and Eric. Go for the tag straps.
Yeah, since we're not winning at any other things.
Yeah.
Although there's a Rumble coming up.
There is a Rumble coming up.
Is there going to be a Rumble soon times? Well, sorry, where was I? Wade was talking some weird things. There's Kyle who's in. He does this crazy triangle transition submissions. He's always great. There's the world's greatest tag team move. The move where the guy drapes him and then he runs over and springboard.
Yeah, they did this the other week, I think, didn't they?
Vaughn is in. He's doing these like huge side wrestling slams and just throwing people around. I will say Vaughn is pretty big and he's powerful. He's throwing these guys around. Zion Quinn shows up walking down ringside and he face-to-face standing there with Elektra Lopez and then with Santos, and then they start to brawl and Lopez follows them as it leaves just the 2-on-2 match here now. There's a crazy springboard like tope swan dive onto Kyle in the ring by Joaquin Wilde, which he was just on fire, I thought, here. Same with Raul Mendoza.
Both were great tonight.
There was like a hot tag. There's a Vaughn hitting the Triple H high knee and then a power slam and then an angle slam. Raul does a double rope spring jumping drop kick off the top rope, which was very impressive as well. There's then a strike fest between Kyle O'Reilly and Joaquin Wilde, and man, again, Wilde was holding his own here with like striking expert.
Yeah, this exchange was awesome. These
Yeah.
two towards the end like had a really great sequence.
They eventually double team Kyle. They're about to hit their like last chapter clothesline thing, AOP move, but Vaughn drops the rope down, so Raul goes flying, and then Wagner and Kyle hit the high-low, the total elimination. Shout out Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
And get the win. Kyle and Vaughn are out there, and they're going to WarGames.
I thought this was pretty good. I really got into this by the end. I thought the Kyle and Joaquin bit was really awesome. I thought LDF looked great. I think Wagner looks very competent in his stuff. He's a big guy, and going up against guys like Raul and Joaquin, who he can just slam around, is quite fun. I thought this ended up being a really good tag match.
Yeah, I thought the wrestling was very impressive. Again, we're hard on this Vaughn and Kyle thing because it's so forced, it's so weird, it doesn't really make sense. But not taking away from Vaughn, I genuinely can see him kind of going far. Look how he looks. He's big, he's strong, he can do all these spots. He must be newer to wrestling than some of the other people like Kyle in this match, but I thought he looks the part. He looks like a WWE superstar.
Yeah.
He needs some flashier gear.
He needs better gear.
He needs
for
something.
Sure.
He looks very generic.
The tights aren't working.
It's like create a wrestler and you just click like number 2 on everything. It's like he needs to change something up, but maybe he'll have some pay-per-view gear.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I was impressed with this match. Even Legado del Fantasma. I mean, where are they going to end up in NXT WWE? Are they going to be on the main roster? Because like they've just been chilling and now they're losing.
Respectfully to them, are they going to do much better than this anywhere else?
I don't know.
I think they're great, but I I don't think you're going to see them in much of a better role anywhere else. So for them, I think NXT is as good as anywhere, where you can get like matches like this on TV regularly.
Yeah.
It's more than you do on Raw, I think.
Was this Kyle's last NXT TV match?
When is his up? I know Johnny's is this weekend. I think Kyle has a little longer, does he not?
I think they both have till like the 10th or something.
Right,
but
okay.
I mean, after WarGames, you figured they don't come back.
Well, it could be one last episode after WarGames, perhaps.
Where Kyle jobs to Vaughn.
Yeah, sure.
Beat up and
End of
sent
it.
to gun.
Yeah.
Just
Why not?
packing. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, a nice little match here from four. So it's Von Wagner and Kyle versus Imperium at WarGames, which
Should be
is-
good. I
yeah.
mean, if this was anything to go by, that should be excellent.
Honestly, yeah, definitely. We go to a commercial, but when we come back, we get Imperium. They're being interviewed, and they're talking in their native tongue, but they say, no, actually. And Marcel makes this weird, like look to Mackenzie, like, hold on, I want to speak English so she can understand me. And kind of winks, and he says, it doesn't matter, Kyle, Vaughn, we're going to beat you. But they're interrupted by Kyle and Vaughn, who say, the team of misfits won tonight, and we will see you at WarGames. And Vaughn calls them dumbasses. Not sure what they did to justify being called dumb, but they're dumbasses.
Because you're picking a fight with us, Imperium.
Dumbasses.
You dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this match.
Can't wait.
It's going to be good.
Imperium. Just looking jacked.
I mean, it's a real indicator. Like, if Kyle and Vaughn win this, I'm pretty sure he's staying.
Be great. They lose it on
Drop
Wednesday.
it on Tuesday.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Tuesday. Sorry, yeah. There you go. That would be that would be so funny. They win them on Sunday, drop
Everyone's
them on
like,
Tuesday.
oh, Kyle's staying.
Nah.
Then he drops it. Nah.
Nah, I'm gone. I'm gonna hang out with Bobby. Yeah. Well, we go to our next segment, which can't wait to talk about again. Daddy's girl, Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, my daddy called me his little princess, and he always taught me.
Brandon clipped that.
He already clipped it last time, I'm sure. My daddy. Again, this is getting the demo that they don't know they're getting by having a daddy's girl character.
What, when the key audience are like 50?
They love that. Trust me, it's keeping that demo. She says that it's always the coolest cars, the hottest boutiques, the hottest clothes. And my daddy always taught me price tags are just numbers. So it's her shopping, fancy cars, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, walking in Beverly Hills kind of thing, and driving these cars. And Tiffany Stratton coming soon.
Yeah. I'm sure she's going to be a really good wrestler.
She's like a clueless / legally blonde Paris Hilton character.
Yeah.
That's hot. Is that Paris Hilton's line? Remember she always
That's
said that?
hot.
That's hot.
Right.
That's hot. What was that show? Paris and
Oh, the Simple Life.
Simple Life. Yeah,
Simple
yeah.
Life, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, sure.
Can't wait.
All right.
Watch her be the greatest wrestler that they got in the new class.
It's not the most inspired gimmick in the world.
No.
But
Neither is
okay.
a poker player.
Like, so many of them are not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather have a character, and that's why I quite like the Idris Elba's one earlier. Sorry, what was his name again? Idris Anofi.
Yeah.
I quite like, because it just seemed like more of a, this is who this dude is. I'd rather like...
This is who she is,
Well,
bro.
no, but I'd rather, you don't have to tell me,
Yeah.
like, you don't have to tell me, like, I am daddy's girl, I am
Right.
this, I am that. You should act in a way where I go, oh, that's spoiled daddy's girl.
Yeah.
You know?
I
There's not a lot of subtlety with a lot of these gimmicks.
I don't associate with it because I'm not a daddy's girl. My dad doesn't like me that much, so there's that. And then B, she's like super rich and like everything.
Well,
but,
it's a heel character.
Yeah, of course.
I just don't think you need to spell it out so much.
Yeah. She wasn't playing
It's literally
tennis
like
anymore.
she's reading out her character description. Like, play that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm thinking of, in the women's division, who's new. We haven't seen this week in a while, it feels like. Lash LaRue, where she's, like, got a TV show.
Lash Legend.
Lash LaRue. What did I say? No,
Lash
Lash Legend.
Legend.
Lash LaRue. That's WCW Lash LaRue, right?
Right.
Is it?
It's someone, yeah.
Lash LaRue's Wild Weekend?
Lash LaRue.
Who's Lash LaRue?
An American cartoonist.
Who the fuck's Lash LaRue? Why am I saying that? It's Lash Legend.
And retired professional wrestler.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, right. Yeah, it's like Lash Legend's this over the top like TV persona. We got a poker player.
Oh yeah, this guy.
We got all these weird like gimmick. I'm surprised, talking about Lash Legend, how she's like a TV host. Like, how do we not have Smarky wrestling podcast gimmick? Where like the guy reviews people's matches.
Oh, it's
like
coming.
us.
Yeah.
Someone's definitely got to knock us off and do that as a gimmick, where they like critique their opponent's matches. Be like, 4 stars. It wasn't quite there. You messed up that move over there.
Just does the Bret Hart.
Starts
4 out of
talking
10.
about dirt sheets. But instead we got Daddy's Girl.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for this. I'm not even a big fan of Legally Blonde. Clueless is like fine, whatever.
Legally Blonde's great.
It's good. It's just like, again, not
The
my...
musical's fantastic.
The musical?
The musical's great.
What's the main song from that movie?
Oh my god, you guys.
Someone clip that.
and the song Legally Blonde. It's pretty great.
Okay.
Seen it a few times.
So why aren't you loving Tiffany?
Well, no, it's just the
She
thing
had an
is,
epiphany.
in Legally Blonde, she doesn't walk around going, hey, my name is this, and I like shopping, and I buy expensive things because I am daddy's girl.
Right.
You don't have to spell it out. Same with the poker thing. Why couldn't you have had Duke just be like, smart, oh, I'm really good at poker, I'm going to rinse this guy, and be like, hey, Grimes, do you play poker? Have it more like that, rather than each week he's like, I have a poker room. It's they're reading their character descriptions.
Live
And it's
on
because the
show.
writing is so bad.
Daddy's
So, like,
Girl.
I much prefer things more like Edris Anofi just telling me who he is.
Yeah.
Like doing a bit, this is who I am, this is my history.
Right. Her history is with her dad.
Yeah,
buying
okay.
stuff.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to our next gimmick character. The Joe Gacy All-Inclusive Invitational. That's right, you heard that correctly. Joe Gacy's in the middle of the ring. He says that Roderick Strong is a toxic, unrealistic environment with the Cruiserweight Championship. And the NXT universe and all the competitors deserve better. And in the world of Joe Gacy, this division won't need height requirements, no weight shaming, or gender bias to stand in the way. And this Sunday at Conflict Resolution, Joe Gacy will be the new Cruiserweight Champion. That's right. He just renamed NXT WarGames to Conflict Resolution, which got a pop out of me.
For the inclusivity title.
All-inclusive title.
Yeah.
And he's going to have this all-inclusive invitational right now. He's got 3 people lined up. He's got this one guy. He's kind of on the smaller side in wrestling gear. He's got this woman in all wrestling gear. I believe it's Tesha Price. Actually,
Okay.
We've seen her on Dark and NXT. And then this like other
Huge guy.
Yeah,
I
like
thought it was Odyssey Jones start with. It was
like
a really
bigger
big guy.
Yeah. And he says he's going to wrestle these guy. And well, he starts fighting this one guy. And the first match gets under the way. The guy kind of one-ups Joe early on, so then he boots him in the gut, hits some splashes in the corner, and then hits a huge Uranagi, and then like a gut-wrench powerbomb, and puts him away just like that. I believe this guy's name was Vinny Pacifico, some trained by the ROH dojo. And yeah, right away, Gacy wins this like first match.
Yeah.
And says, well, see, like, I did it just like that. A commentary are going off on toxic masculinity. I think Wade Barrett was somewhat defending the cool factor of Clint Eastwood. And Beth was like, absolutely not.
Well, it's always also Beth being like, I don't buy anything he's saying. He's a hypocrite. He's saying one thing and doing another. And Wade's like, no, he's picking him up. He's shaking his hand.
Yeah.
It's like not seeing through it.
Yeah, I mean, Joe like helps him up after pinning him right away. And he's like, oh, my friend.
He's
it's
not
okay.
done anything wrong yet,
No.
this Joe Gacy.
He then says, well, I won my first match in the Joe Gacy All-Inclusive Invitational, so now it's on to the next opponent, and I would love to give this lady an opportunity. Beth again says, I don't trust him, it's a creepy vibe. And Joe Gacy says that this is going to be an intergender match happening right here. Tesha Price, Joe Gacy, and he's about to... The bell rings, the ref rings the bell. They start to look like they're about to grapple, and Diamond Mine's music hits.
I think it would have been so funny if the woke character in the name of
Joe Gacy.
Inclusivity
Yeah.
ends up like just pile drivering this woman.
Pins her. Just like that.
Yeah.
Or if she rolled him up
Yeah.
and get the pin. It's almost who's the comedian? Jerry Lawler. Andy Kaufman.
The guy who faked his death or something.
I mean, he always fought. He
Yeah.
said he was the women's champion of wrestling because he would fight women. And stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite that actually, because he here is like treating it as if like, no, I'm
going to.
I'm allowing this.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a weird way, he is the babyface in this story, if you like it or not.
Well, that's why I like it, because he hasn't really done anything wrong, and it's just how you perceive him.
Yeah.
If you perceive him as being like disingenuous or whatever, like it's really creepy, and he does have that creepy vibe. But he still hasn't really done anything wrong. He helps the guy up after the match. He's like, very good. Now, come on, love, off we go.
It's so weird.
It's great.
It's so. I wanted him to wrestle.
Yeah.
We would have seen some intergender wrestling. I actually really like this. I was like, there's no way they're doing this. There's no way. What's he gonna do? Gut wrench powerbomb and pin her just like that, just like he did this guy? Like, come on. But Diamond Mine interrupt him. Malcolm Bivens, the whole group, they come down and they say, we can't let this happen. And they run down Joe Gacy. He says, oh, come on, what's with this cruiserweight title? It's not legitimate. And Bivens says, this is the first and very last Joe Gacy all-inclusive invitational. I love how they keep saying it.
The whole thing.
Because I keep doing it. Bivens says, WarGames on Sunday. Diamond Mine is going to beat you up and finally shut you up for good. And Gacy right away is like, whoa, Bivens, Mr. Bivens, please, no need for your aggression. I respect your passion, but please, leave your people outside. Come in the ring and we can talk about this peacefully. Person to person, Roddy. So Roddy comes in and Bivens is like, oh, you done messed up now. You have messed up now. I could be wrong, but I think he was playing off of a Whitest Kids You Know comedy sketch. Okay. There was a line in it where he's like, oh, you have messed up now. You have messed. He was kind of doing it the same thing.
Bivens?
Yeah. And I know he's a funny guy. And it looks as if Roddy's going to step up and talk to him, but he just decks Gacy into brawl. And then finally Diamond Mine kind of step away and Gacy steps away. But we didn't get the intergender match, but I thought it was a great way of setting up this match. I don't really know if I need, but now I guess looking more forward to.
Yeah, I normally hate this idea of like having a cruiserweight championship and having someone out of the weight limit, out of the division, going for it. I normally would hate it, but I think the way they've made it work with this Joe Gacy character, it's given his character purpose. Like, yeah, the thing he's fighting is let's be inclusive and all that. And there's this title that not everyone can go for. I think they've made it work with the character for the story. I'm kind of into this. And I kind of feel if Roddy wins, I'm like, well, yeah, good. Okay, it's a cruiserweight title. Let's be respectful to that. But if Gacy wins, I'm like, it could be pretty fun what he does with this thing. Yeah,
now in a weird way, I want to see what he can do with this title to make
this works for me way more than Odyssey Jones weirdly feuding with Roddy. You're like, why? Yeah. But this does make kind of sense in a weird way.
I love how Gacy is still this like weird, is he the good guy? Because Roddy and Diamond Mine are supposed to be the bad guys.
Yeah.
So Gacy's obviously, not obviously, it's still like weird, but he's saying, look, I want to fight women. He's so woke that he's willing to beat up women.
Yeah.
Guys, that's how good of a babyface this guy is. So really...
I thought Bivens was going to send in Ivy.
Me too.
I thought he was going to be like, no.
Me too.
If you're going to fight a woman,
yeah,
like,
I actually thought that's what he was going to do.
It's like, and I'd have been kind of into that. That would have been
that
cool.
match sounded like again. Yeah, I was super into this, and it's so interesting of where this Joe Gacy character keeps going. It does not offend me in the slightest at all. I love it. But I would love to hear great reactions of people who think it's not funny and things. Just because I think it's working. As a character. The guy's working it for sure, 100%. So like, hats off to him. Because right at the beginning of it, we were like, this is either shits the bed real bad and gets real bad quick, or look where it is now.
Yeah.
So where else would you see him? What else? What other inclusivity things can he do down the line? Like he's got
Want to join the women's division?
women's champion. I mean, that's pushing it, but he could defend. He could have intergender matches, and if he wins the title, which I think Roddy should beat him. But if he has the title, he could defend it against women.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they'll do that, but yeah, just interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would be a good character for him to target next, but
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, we got to have a Dexter Haaland. That's going to be like a Freddy versus Jason kind of thing, right?
Right. You're a killer.
Because Dexter's gone missing, as we'll talk about in a second.
True.
But yeah, I think that's something we'll get down the line. Maybe next Halloween Havoc, you could have the two monsters.
No, I think I'll give you an explanation. Though I think Dexter.
Okay.
Because yeah, that's kind of maybe where it will go. But yeah, interesting segment with the woke guy.
Mm.
Are you even woke, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Sound more woke than not woke. Wouldn't sound woke.
I like sleeping.
I'm just David.
Oh, okay. We go to our next segment. Solo Sikoa, quick backstage interview, says, "This isn't the military. This ain't the streets. I'm ready to beat up Idris tonight." And Boa walks in. That's right, Boa. And he's acting a bit strange here. He's me in the grocery store line earlier when my coffee kicked in and I was just waiting to go home really quickly, but the line was moving so slowly.
He was in a lot of pain.
He was holding his stomach. He was like, "Help me." And he was yelling in a different language than Solo. And Solo's just a complete jerk. What a classic American says, "I don't understand your language, so you're on your own."
Fuck off.
Yeah. What the fuck, dude?
It's like Boa's there with like a gunshot wound in his stomach. He's bleeding out. He's saying "help me," but in Mandarin or whatever. And he's like, sorry, man, don't understand you.
See ya. Get lost. Sit on it.
When I was in Italy, I went to an ice cream and I was like, I'd have 2 scoops of that in a cone. And they're like, what? It's like, a cone? And I'm doing it with my hands, like a cone.
Yeah.
She's like, tub? What's up, a tub? I'm like, no, not a tub, a cone. And I was mixing in a bit of Italian. I knew a little bit. And she's like, oh. And then she's like, okay, tub or cono? And I'm like, the fucking word is cono.
And you said cone.
And I'm saying cone and making the shape of a cone. And you don't understand me?
Damn.
I'm trying.
Bo was just in a lot of
And that was Solo Sikoa here. Like, don't know what you're saying.
See ya. This is America.
Yeah.
Speak English in this country. In the streets. This poor guy. He's just like, help me. Damn. Solo Sikoa's a dickhead, man. Solo Sikoa is going up against Idris Edafe. 1-on-1 here. Idris making his debut here. He's got this some cool music. He's got some horns. Rap song.
Yeah, his theme was catchy.
Don't overlook me was kind of the words in it. Solo greets him with some stiff kicks here. Solo's got the feet taped up, wrapped up like a fighter's.
Like a maga.
Yeah, and he's kicking the shit out of this guy. He's got great roundhouse kicks. This is when Robert Stone creeps onto the scene. He's ringside taking notes on this match, maybe looking for future people to sign. I mean, some people he worked with made it to SmackDown, and some people didn't. So you can either go one way or two when you sign with Robert Stone. Idris comes back. He goes for this kick, but he gets caught. Solo side slams him down, and it looked pretty sweet. Again, this guy's awesome. He does wrestle just like the Usos, maybe a bit more powerful than the Jay and Jimmy.
Yeah, he seems a bit
bigger, maybe.
Yeah.
There's then Idris, who fights back with kicks of his own. He hits a standing moonsault for a near fall. And then he ends up going up top for a 450, but it's Solo who gets out of the way. He pops up Idris in the air, catches him with this fast, snapping Samoan drop. Again, looked awesome, kind of like Umaga. And then goes up top, hits the Samoan splash. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. And right as his music hits, he is attacked by Boa. But now Boa's got...
Boa Ying.
Yeah, it's Boa in the Mei Ying face paint and the black gi
dress.
thing, and he starts choking Sokoa, who hits him away, who then goes after Idris, but Solo saves Idris as well and sends Boa packing and runs off, and then helps Idris get up, and Solo and Idris kind of have a respect thing as they evil stare down to Boa as he's running away here.
I really like this match for most of the matches we've seen on NXT 2.0. It's either a rookie against one of the more established guys, or it's a rookie versus just a jobber in a squash match. This is the first time we really saw... Excuse me, my voice is going. This is the first time we really saw two of the rookies kind of going at it. And I thought they put together a really good match. I thought Idris Anofi looks like he's got a lot of promise. And I think Solo Sikoa, yeah, he does all the Uso stuff, but he does it so well and has a real presence about him. So I really enjoyed the match, actually. I think both these guys are promising. The Boa thing isn't working for me.
Holy, it's so bad. He's so laughable.
Yeah.
Like, there was something that was cool and different, and the good parts of it they took and are doing with Xia Li on the main roster. We all praised when they were doing the, like, animated storybook thing for this unit, and now they're doing that comic booky style thing for Xia. So that's cool. It works. But they totally, like, just end it.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this. This is
It's
bad.
just... Boa needs to go back to the drawing board.
Possessions.
Yeah, it worked. The unit, the three of them, the stuff, it worked. And then it's just gradually been stripped and stripped and stripped away. And Boa's, like, clinging onto it. It's not working for him. I don't buy any sort of... It just looks like, oh, Boa put his face paint on again. It's not quite as cool as, like, Finn...
Yeah.
And face paint, and that doesn't always even do it for me.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, Boa put his face paint on.
It sucks.
It's not good.
It's so funny. It's so bad. It's definitely some of the worst stuff this year coming from Boa. But the match between these two were pretty good. I like Solo Sikoa. They do mention on commentary like how he was left aside from the bloodline. So they are definitely going to go forward. They probably will just change his name when they eventually bring him up.
When he's brought into the family.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, you're now Solo Uso.
Yeah. We got to get Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe at one point, right?
I think Joe's done.
Man, why you gotta say that?
Sorry. I hope not. I like Joe.
Yeah. We go to Indi Hartwell.
We've had Roman Joe before.
Yeah, but like
Not
now,
this
the
incarnation
bloodline.
of Roman, yeah.
Yeah. We go to Indi Hartwell and Persia backstage. And they're getting ready. They have a tag team match up next. When Indy's phone rings, she answers it on speakerphone, because that's what I always do when I'm on camera. And it's a doctor, and he says that he's Dexter's doctor at the hospital. I think they probably... Did they say hospital? They usually don't say that.
I think they said hospital, yeah.
Whoa. Maybe they didn't. We're probably wrong.
At the local medical facility.
Maybe he just said I'm his doctor.
Right.
And he's here... And she's like, "Oh, is everything okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, Dexter was fine. He was healing up. He was feeling better. But your husband Dexter is gone." And she's like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, we don't know where he is. He disappeared. He's gone." So Indy now is all startled and shook again, and Persia is a little upset. She goes, "Whoa, are we gonna have to do this again? Am I gonna have to go out there and have a match by myself again?" She's like, "No, like stop." So she says she still will wrestle, but she's a little worried about Dexter. And they go to have their match coming up later. When the camera stays when they leave, and there's a sleeping couch girl
Oh, yeah.
just chilling in
Yeah,
like
we saw
pajamas.
it. We saw it the other week. I think the episode I did with John.
Yeah.
We went, wait, was there a girl just asleep on the
She's
couch?
like in a purple
Yeah, I don't know what
onesie.
this is.
She's just sleeping on the
This
couch.
is going to be a long game. This is eventually going to be a character, a wrestler,
Yeah.
who she's just always been in the background.
Yeah, talking
That'd be
about
pretty
characters
cool.
I associate with.
Yeah, this
Sleeping
one.
couch girl?
Yeah, sleeping couch
This
girl.
is already the best gimmick of 2021. Sleeping couch girl is lit. Who is it?
No idea.
Mei Ying.
Mei Ying?
She's got to catch up on some Z's after being
All right.
possessed. Wendy, who?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's Dex?
So Dex got attacked by Trick.
Yeah.
Right? And Mello. So I think he shows up at WarGames to help
to
them
take out Trick.
or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But they could do it like, I know Halloween's gone, but it feels like Michael Myers escaping from the hospital, right?
Right.
Dexter.
Yeah, they're just not showing you, but yeah.
That would be fun.
.com exclusive.
In the back of a truck.
Yeah, yeah. He's got his hospital.
What's that, Halloween
gown.
4, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the hospital gown and it blows. You see his bum. Well, the match is coming up, but we see Zion Quinn going through the parking lot. He's going to his car. He should be careful if he knew what was good for him in the NXT parking lot. And Elektra Lopez shows up and says, "Look, I wish you weren't feuding with Legado del Fantasma and Santos because I admire someone like you. But next week you have a match against Santos Escobar, so I wish you good luck because you're going to need it." It kind of gives him a little bit of a stare, like...
It's so... The chemistry here.
The tension.
Steamy.
Yeah.
Steamy.
Damn, NXT is horny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get attacked in the parking lot, but he got, I don't know, chopped in the parking lot.
Do you
picked up in the
see
parking lot.
Elektra like kicking Santos out and bringing in Zion?
Yeah, or she just leaves them
Yeah.
and joins him to be his manager.
Forbidden
or something.
love.
Forbidden Love? Yeah, that could be it. Good stuff. Next week.
But yeah, this I'm looking forward to seeing Zion in kind of his first like proper match.
Yeah.
Not so much the squashes he's been doing.
Yeah.
So him versus Santos could be good.
We go to Indi, Hartwell, and Persia Parada going up against some enhancement talent.
Yulisa Leon and Valentina Feroz.
Yeah, we've seen her before,
Yeah.
for sure. Indy, of course, she's all sad and distracted, so she just gets pushed right away by one of these people and is like, "Come on, wrestle, fight me." So she keeps getting beat up. Finally tags in Persia, who's got to do everything on her own. And again, broken record every week, but Persia is very impressive. I could see them putting in a long-term game here for her because she is powering them around. She's beaten both of them up. She eventually hits this like fireman spin out facebuster thing, which was just awesome, like a psycho drive or something. Just super great, and gets the win really early. Again, proving that she didn't even need Indy there, who was not there at all, even though she was there.
Yeah, and I assume it's going to build to their breakup because she's getting fed up of Indy not pulling her weight, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is impressing.
Yeah, she is. She's like bigger than a lot of the. Obviously, she's fighting two kind of smaller wrestlers here, but still like bigger.
Would like to see her and Raquel down the line.
Yeah,
cool.
there's a few different. But if she's like, I know she's wrestled on the indies and stuff like that, but like looking good, very impressive so far here in NXT. But hopefully Indy's okay with Dexter and they find each other at WarGames or something like that.
They need to say goodbye to Johnny, don't they?
A wave
Dad.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go
Theory
to...
needs to show up as well.
He's busy getting slapped on Raw.
Yeah. He's Vince's mate now, isn't he?
Vince's mate or Vince's bitch?
Vince's bitch, yeah. Did Vince slap him? I didn't watch Raw this week.
We watched some of it.
We watched some. We watched the women's 10-man tag.
All I watched
all I watched was the women's
All
tag.
I watched with you was we watched the women's match when we noticed that there was a lot of fake crowd noise.
Yeah.
And I saw Austin Theory get slapped.
Huh.
That was... Oh, and then I asked you what was going on with Kevin Owens, but I don't know. I didn't watch what happened. But
Yeah, my friend was there. Said it was empty
yeah.
and dead.
And that's the same arena AEW is going to be in.
Yeah.
NYC is AEW territory.
Mm-hmm.
NYC should be all elite.
Yeah.
With their friends.
And egg.
And the egg. Is the egg still a thing? Did Austin Theory steal?
Austin Theory stole the egg for a selfie.
Austin Theory.
And got a title match out of it.
Oh. Okay. He grabbed the brass egg.
Yeah.
Wow. Good stuff. Well, we go to a diner. We're in sepia tone here to set the mood for you. We see some guy drinking his coffee. Black.
Oh, it's this guy who's in the cafe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I said Edris was...
No, Idris is
it's
different.
It's Draco.
Yeah. Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy calls himself Draco.
Okay.
So I don't know if this guy's a fan and using that as his name. Soldier Boy's going to be
Or he
coming
likes
from...
Draco Malfoy, maybe. He's a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah. He could be that. Draco's the bad guy. Malfoy?
Yeah.
The blonde?
Blonde little prick.
He's a nice guy, though.
Tom Felton, the
Yeah.
actor. Yeah, seems cool.
Friend of mine was somewhere and was talking to someone in line for something, and a bunch of girls walked by and went, "Oh my god!" and like got pictures with them. And then the guy continued conversation with my friend. And he's like, wait, you don't know who I am? And he's like, what the fuck was that? These girls are taking photos with you. He's like, yeah, I'm in Harry Potter. And he's like, oh, sorry, I haven't seen those movies. And he's like, whoa, like, really? And he's like, whoa, that's crazy. And my friend's like, yeah, sorry. So then he went and watched them. But it's like, whoa, that's
Nice.
yeah. Or in Get Him to the Greek, where he has a cameo in that. They're in some club in London, and he's playing himself,
Right.
the actor. And is it Jonah Hill's like, oh, you want to go play some Quidditch? And he's like, fuck off. And he walks off or something like that. Good stuff. Well, we're in a diner here with a sepia tone and a cup of coffee. It's a cafe. And he says, I don't want to talk about it. And when I say he, I mean Draco. We're not sure who he is quite yet. He says, I'm not here to talk about it. I'm here to show you. It's not what NXT wants. It's what NXT needs. Draco Anthony. And actions speak louder than words. Coming soon. Young Draco. Draco the young god.
Yeah.
Draco Anthony. I thought it was weird because it's sepia tone and a diner. And he's like stirring a coffee. You should hear some like jazz music. It's like neo-noir.
Yeah.
Sin City. But it wasn't that like at all. But it for some reason looked like that. So I was a little confused.
It's more like, what's that film with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
500 Days of Summer?
Brick? Is it
Brick.
called Brick?
I don't know what that is, man. But it was.
I think it's... Yeah.
It's like this guy's just in a diner.
Yeah, it's like a film noir murder mystery thing.
Just
But
there.
like set more present day,
It's like Riverdale. It's a diner.
I guess.
But that's this guy's gimmick.
Yeah.
Is he goes to diners?
He goes to diners. Moans about his life. Now he's going to be a wrestler.
That would be a better gimmick, actually. Like you hear like some saxophones slowly in the background, some jazz. He's smoking a dart. It's like everyone in NXT wants to talk about it.
It mixes
Detective.
perfectly with Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah. If Tony was in this, it would be like, whoa, what's going on with this? Like, yeah.
We
I don't
need
know.
like a singer. Like
Yeah.
a kind of for like the club.
Right, we don't have a singer gimmick here in NXT right now. Yet. But it'll come, I'm
Maybe
sure.
Tony D'Angelo turns Lash Legend into a...
I bet Tony
Bit of a
D'Angelo got some pipes.
Really? No.
Yeah, I bet you.
No.
Hey. Oh, hey. Is this guy Draco, is he supposed to be, because it wasn't neo-noir, even though it looked that way. Like, again, there's coffee, he's in a diner. So, like, I don't quite get the connect, but it's different than just someone else, I guess.
Yeah, it's just first introduction of this guy. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll learn more next week.
Or is he a barista?
No, you're sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I learned is he's drinking black coffee, so he has discipline.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to show us. He's going to
Likes
use it
it
a lot.
strong.
Strong style. Yeah. Well, we go from coffee in a diner to our main event of NXT. WarGames Advantage, ladder match. Bron Breakker, the big bad booty nephew, versus Johnny Gargano. And the winner gets advantage in the WarGames this Sunday. It starts off one-on-one. Again, no one is here from their teams. It's just a one-on-one match. Braun is beating down on Johnny here. He hits a stalling one-handed suplex for quite a while and then slams Johnny down.
Yeah, really impressive. He did it from like this gator roll into it. It looked really good.
Johnny comes back, gets Braun on the outside and hits a beautiful slingshot, like Pescado crossbody thing to the outside. Braun eventually gets up and grabs a ladder, and they start brawling around with it. In the ring, Johnny gets caught and side slammed. We've seen Braun do this move. It's very impressive. Gargano comes back, the ladder set up. He almost swings underneath it and then shoves the ladder again at Braun's head. Braun is on the outside and then eats this tope suicida from Johnny, sending him flying into the commentary desk. Johnny then it goes to break, but during the picture-in-picture, he takes the top part of the desk, leans it against the desk, and then puts Braun through it, which looked pretty cool. And then Braun regains control by hitting this like side belly-to-belly slam. But when we come back from break, they're both climbing the ladder, but they both get off of it. Braun is sent flying. There's a huge lariat to the ladder to Johnny, which looked cool. It looked like it bounced back and hit himself. And then there's a belly-to-belly overhead onto a ladder that was leaning against the ropes here. This looked like it hurt Johnny so bad, but the spot looked awesome.
Oh, yeah, because it didn't give much at all.
It stayed.
It looked really painful.
So he lays Johnny, who's just got an overhead belly to belly onto it. He lays Johnny on it still, climbs up top, and goes for a flying elbow drop. And mind you, Bron is big. Jumping in the last second, Johnny moves. Bron lands on this ladder, again, leaning against the ropes.
Looked so painful.
Yeah, crashes and burns here. Wow, Bron is earning it in this match. But this was a scream out loud spot here. Bron then eats a ladder in the corner from Johnny. Johnny gets on top, and Bron lifts the ladder with Johnny on top of it. You think he's going to try to slam it with
like
Johnny.
He was trying for a military press with it.
Yeah, kind of scary. Johnny eventually gets out of it, super kicks him again, and then goes for the DIY pose, but Bron gives him the middle finger, says, fuck you. So Johnny super kicks him right in the face and tries to climb, but eventually Bron stops him. They're both on the top turnbuckle, and Braun Breaker, the big bad booty nephew, hits a Frankensteiner, looked great, on Johnny Gargano. He then lifts up Johnny in a gorilla press. In midair, he's going for his slam, where he lifts you up and then catches you and power slams you. But while going for this, Johnny counters in a DDT, crazy looking spot, and Johnny goes to climb. You were yelling at the TV because you're like, Vic didn't even call it.
Vic was like mid-plug as Johnny hit this crazy DDT from Bron's finisher. And he's like, and all of that is happening on the WWE Network or whatever, Peacock, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Vic, sell it. That was great.
Crazy spot, yeah. Johnny's climbing. Bron's climbing. Eventually, they're grabbing the briefcase here, the advantage contract, and Johnny swings it, hits Bron in the face. Bron drops down, but then climbs back up. He then lifts up Johnny off the ladder, and then Johnny's flying off the ladder, but in midair catches him with that power slam. Johnny gets hurt. He's selling it. He rolls out of the ring. Braun Breaker climbs up, grabs the contract, and wins WarGames advantage and beats Johnny on NXT. There is a stare down afterwards with the whole team and then the other team. And then it's an all-out brawl. Cats and dogs living together. Anarchy, chaos, all that stuff. WarGames this Sunday. Oh, my God. And that's NXT. But that main event slapped.
Really good main event. I really enjoyed that. I think Bron, probably his best match. I think he's really proving himself every match he's doing. And I think something like this, we see in the past, like Tommy Dreamer eating those kendo sticks and things like that, where it's a rookie, Randy Orton, Mick Foley, Right. A rookie has to kind of do it, and we want to see them kind of do the dangerous shit to be like, okay, you're proving yourself, and this is what it felt like with Bron for me.
That elbow drop specifically.
The elbow drop, yeah, and again, some one ladder, which I think worked for it, and some creative stuff here. Johnny's obviously great. I thought this was a good main event at the end of a pretty good show. There was a lot I liked this week.
Yeah, I loved the opening ladder match with Dakota Kai and Kaylee Ray, but I thought this main event was my match of the night for sure.
This is my match of the night, but I did like a lot. I enjoyed the tag match. I enjoyed the opening ladder. Even the Solo Sikoa little singles match for what it was, I thought was good. Strong week. Some negatives. I didn't really like the GYV stuff. But in general, I thought this felt... I quite enjoyed last week's as well, but this felt even better. It feels like it's moving in a good direction, and if WarGames can kind of nail it, I think I might be feeling a bit more positive about this show moving forward if it can keep up this kind of momentum.
Yeah, I mean, hold your breath, but I didn't hate this show. I know. Shocking.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Definitely the best NXT 2.0.
100%.
Since they rebranded, it had flow. It had two banging matches. Even the tag match had some really good stuff in it as well. But it had perfect, flow. Obviously, it still has a lot of the greenness.
It does, but it helps now that some of these characters we're more familiar with now. We've seen every week for a couple of months now, rather than that first week where you're just throwing everyone at us and we're like, who are these people?
They're still doing that, but
less so though. We had two people. You had a vignette for one and a match with another, they're trickling them in a bit more. I get, maybe three. But it's less so. But the more established people you've got now, your Bron Breakers, your Von Wagners, your Grayson Waller's, all of them feel more integrated now, so it doesn't feel as weird as it once did. And I am looking forward to WarGames. I think there's a lot that actually looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I thought this was a solid show. I got into a lot of it, and it makes me want to watch WarGames this Sunday. Should we do predictions and read some feedback?
Let's
or read
do it.
Feedback?
Yeah, let's do predictions then feedback.
Yeah,
break it up a little.
Yeah, let's talk about some NXT WarGames predictions this Sunday.
Yeah, I've got the card here. We've got which I think will open, the WarGames women's match. Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, Cora Jade, and Kaylee Ray versus Dakota Kai, Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane.
Yeah, I think the baby faces should win so that we can go to our next challenger for Mandy Rose.
So Kaylee Ray pins Mandy to win.
Sure.
I feel Kaylee Ray seems to be the direction.
Yeah, or Raquel pins Kai to get the retribution for that angle. I don't know. But I'm going to say that Toxic Attractions are the champions. I don't know. It's like Undisputed Era when they were the champions and they were winning. I'm going to go with...
I don't think they're going to have quite the reign of Undisputed Era, though.
Oh, how dare you. Let's go. I'm going to go with the baby faces here. Io Shirai, let's go. Moonsault off the
Me
cage.
too. I'm going with Kaylee Ray pinning Mandy to set up her as the next challenger.
I mean, talking about WarGames, are they doing it in this little arena they have here? How are they going to fit 2 rings in 2 cages?
They did it last year there.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the setup's different, but yeah, they did it last year.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got a hair versus hair match, Cameron Grimes versus Duke Hudson.
I think Cameron Grimes can shave his hair and beard, and it'll... No, Duke Hudson's got to shave his hair.
I can't see Grimes doing it. I think it's going to be Duke.
Yeah.
Which, again, I think he suits the hair, but maybe he wants to get rid. So I think Duke's losing this.
Yeah.
Losing his hair.
Me too.
Imperium versus Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Well, earlier on the show, we joked that Kyle and Von should win, only for Kyle to fool all of us because he'll drop the titles then on Tuesday, but I think Imperium should win. But this match actually could be a pretty good match. Imperium are so slept on in wrestling right now, and I'm happy that they're the champions and stuff, but Von has impressed, and obviously it's Kyle. If this is Kyle's, last big hurrah, then he'll go on a pretty big match. He'll trade in Von for Bobby Fish and Adam Cole again.
Yeah.
Hang out with his friends.
This one is interesting because I think if Kyle stays, I can see him winning because I think they are putting a lot in this team.
Yeah.
And I think them as the tag champs for a little bit might be a thing. But if he's off, it's got to be Imperium.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Imperium retains.
So we're not going with our plan that Kyle wins
And loses the next night.
and Von beats him up.
We've got Cruiserweight Championship match, Roderick Strong versus Joe Gacy.
Roderick Strong wins.
I'm going to go Joe Gacy because there's no Cruiserweight division really anymore. You've turned Kushida into a joke tag team.
Right. So does he win the title and get rid of it?
He rebrands it as the inclusive title, and eventually you're going to have a Cruiserweight try and get it off him to restore the division. He'll be doing some silly open challenges with the title.
He'll fight Dana Brooke and unify the 24/7 title.
Is she the 24/7 champion?
I think so.
Wow.
Sorry, she had it in the match. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say Roddy, but it makes more sense for him to change the title. They don't have a Cruiserweight division anymore.
And then the main event, the men's WarGames match. DIY, Ciampa and Gargano. Are we hearing Rebel Heart again?
Yeah, prediction. Do we hear Rebel Heart or the DIY? I don't know if they're allowed to play it for even one more time or the DIY theme.
I'd be mad if he comes out to his current one.
Yeah.
I kind of want...
It should be Rebel Heart. One
Rebel
last
Heart
time.
or DIY, either one will get a pop out of me.
Yeah.
So Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, and LA Knight, the Team Black and Gold, taking on Team 2.0, Bron Breakker, Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, and Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, I wish Kyle was in LA Knight's spot here, but I think if Johnny is leaving NXT, Carmelo Hayes pins him and sends him packing, is how I would do it.
You could do that. You could see Bron Breakker getting his pin
on Ciampa.
It's got to be 2.0 wins.
It's got to be 2.0 winning.
I kind of want to see, but I think it makes Black and Gold such big baby faces going into this.
Yeah. No, 2.0 has to win, unfortunately. That's just the way.
So Tony D'Angelo
Pins Pete Poppins.
pins.
Petey Poppins.
Yeah.
No, the big bad booty nephew pins the
Okay,
Rebel
I'm
Heart.
going with black and gold.
You're sticking with
I'm
your guns?
sticking with black and gold.
That Rebel
You
Heart.
have Ciampa and Gargano hug at the end. And
This is, let me give some prediction. You're going to have Johnny fucking get pinned.
yeah,
And then they're going to do their click moment, Madison Square Garden moment.
in the cage.
In the cage pose, and we see
Triple H comes out.
Adam Cole comes out. I don't know.
Triple H comes out to hug Johnny.
With Shawn.
Goodbye. Triple H, Shawn, Ciampa, Gargano.
Book it.
As the cage is being raised, and everyone's going, "What the fuck?"
Whoa. And then he says, I'm staying. I'm not fucking leaving.
And Johnny Gargano and Triple H are off to AEW to be with their friends.
Triple H with his friend Billy Gunn. Yeah. Gargano, I mean, Candice is still under contract, but she's
His
having
first
a kid.
feud, he's like, "Cody, what the fuck did you do to my chair?"
With the throne?
Yeah.
Breaking my
Why are you
chair?
breaking my chair?
Sit in that. What are you doing? No. Gargano, maybe he takes time off. He's having a baby.
Yeah.
Good time to recoup and then maybe see if he does land somewhere else. Does he land on the Indies? He could be wrestling everybody. The possibilities are crazy.
Yeah.
For Johnny Gargano if he is in fact leaving NXT.
It's a shame
Which it looks like
timing in a way because it feels like it's a bit flooded out there now if he is leaving.
Yeah.
Whereas if he were to leave, say, 6 months ago, I think he'd be in a much better position. So I think time off would be good.
Yeah.
Let the scene kind of settle for a bit.
Yeah,
Because AEW's very bloated, but I think in 6 months' time, you might want someone fresh to kind of come in, and it could be a Johnny.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of dream matches I want to see with Johnny versus Gresham, Johnny versus Kenny Omega. Eventually, I need to see Johnny versus Adam Cole. Again, no. There's a lot of
Ishii.
like I'm thinking even if he were to do like GCW stuff, that would be pretty cool.
Nick Gage.
I don't want that. No, I don't want that. But like, there's a lot of talented people on the indies and stuff like that. Or like, who knows? Go to AAA stuff. I don't know where he ends up.
Yeah.
But it is exciting as a wrestling fan because all your favorite wrestlers are like all jumping around and going different places. But one more Rebel Heart, and if he's leaving, he needed to be on the phone like 3 months ago trying to get a new theme that bangs as hard.
Yeah.
Because he needs one that's a rip-off of Rebel Heart. Which is kind of a rip-off of Paramore, I think.
It sounds very Paramore. Yeah.
But yeah, that's WarGames. Conflict resolution.
Yes.
This
Let's
Sunday.
go to your feedback. We put up feedback on the Facebook upNXT group and on the Post Wrestling Forum. And I'm going to start with Andrew from Cape Breton, who says, I'm going to be honest, if Joe Gacy punched that woman in the face in the name of inclusivity, I would have howled. I like how intergender wrestling is this wacky concept to people behind NXT. Could you imagine women wrestling men? Next thing you know, they'll be voting. Anyway, I think I figured out the issues with NXT. It's a modern-day version of Southpaw Regional Wrestling, if you remember WWE putting that on. Impact even did a better version of it, featuring Wesley. It's all a bunch of random characters and gimmicks with some modern personalities thrown in. And while you do have the old NXT producers presenting their anger with millennials and their daddy-daughter fetishes, some of the wrestling is pretty good. A lot of it, though, comes from the talent that was already there beforehand, like Legado, Kaylee Ray, Dakota Kai, Kyle O'Reilly, etc. The two new standouts that fit in are Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes, so it definitely makes an interesting show. Hell, it makes me feel young again. At 35, I'm one of the youngest viewers of this product.
They're not aiming for you, I swear. They swear, trust me.
Yeah.
We go to Dylan Grayson, who writes in, going to get my complaints out of the way first because there was a lot of good and I want to focus on that. Hudson's promo was too main roster. Kushida is stuck doing comedy. We have to wait until Sunday for the Shaman reveal. Kyle is still with Wagner, and Indy and Persia have tension too soon. But man, NXT 2.0 has some stars. Hopefully WarGames gets some momentum back in the brand. KLR versus Dakota was great. Grimes is over as hell. MSK bit with the GPS got me, and I'm hyped to see whoever the Shaman is. But I have no guesses at the moment. If you haven't already said it, who do you think it is? Yeah, Triple H, RVD.
Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Matt Riddle. Thinking of other... Oh, Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa Claus.
Boots. We saw Boots, right? It could be Santa
It's
Claus.
Santa Claus, isn't it?
I think it's Santa Claus?
Yeah.
That would be sad.
Yeah.
Smoking up with Santa Claus, though.
Mick Foley
Mick Foley as Santa
Santa
Claus?
Claus.
Yeah, maybe. Dylan continues here. The Out There Lads versus Legado was fun. Surprising Kyle is on the WarGames card. Thought his contract was up. Regardless, I am up for and excited for Red Dragon in AEW.
Red Dragon.
Yeah, Red Dragon. Gacy's Invitational was perfectly done, in my opinion. Side note, has Tesha Price signed with WWE? She hasn't been on Dark and appeared on NXT a few times now. Persia continues to be booked strong, but did you notice the sleeping woman in the background of her promo with Indy on the phone? That woman was there asleep during a GYV promo bit a few weeks back. Is that the former Mei Ying? Please don't let that be a gimmick. Please let it be a gimmick. It's my gimmick, the sloth. She's in a onesie, but I have a sloth onesie. It's a true onesie. He continues, Bron Breakker is a fucking star. I don't even care about his dumb name anymore. He and Johnny tore the house down. Breakker is the future of NXT and WWE as a whole. That's my booty nephew.
Yeah, you did impress. Frank, our champ, says, best 2.0 ever. Love the intensity in the Kaylee Ray match. And Johnny Wrestling brought out the best in young Mr. Breakker. A little weirdness in there, but the show was very focused on building up WarGames. And I'm actually a little bit more excited for the show now. Shout out One Last Ride for DIY.
Best 2.0 ever. Yeah,
best 2.0 ever.
Corey Helfrich writes in, we'll say that the KLR winning the advantage for her team doesn't necessarily bode well for their actual chances at WarGames, but I feel like they're going to win anyways. Toxic Attraction stuff isn't really working out, plus they need to establish an actual challenger for Mandy, so have someone on that team pin Mandy and get a title shot for it. It's amazing how they haven't bothered to actually build anyone up to face her yet. Bron winning the advantage for his team wasn't a shock, but I hope Team 2.0 loses as well. I have a feeling Bron is pinning Ciampa to have an excuse to get a rematch.
Yeah.
In other non-NXT news, but feel-good news, how do you guys feel about Kairi announcing that she's opening up her own line of gyms? She's mentioned that everyone would be welcome to go there and work it out. It's LGBTQ friendly and all genders, ethnicities will be welcome.
The Kairi Sane Open Inclusivity Invitational Gym.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Sounds great. Love to go to Kairi's gym.
Maybe she'll open one in Toronto.
Yeah.
I'll
be first member if she does.
If she opens it in like Japan, maybe she'll open one in Tokyo, and then if we ever go there for like a Wrestle Kingdom, you can go to Kairi's gym, dude. Maybe she'll be there.
I would love that.
Crazy.
Sounds great. Good for Kairi.
Shout out Kairi. Thank you for letting us know.
And finally, we go to Sean, who says, this was the second great NXT 2.0 episode in a row, but it was a bit more of a mixed bag this week compared to last week, mostly due to the show featuring certain segments and talents, Boa, Duke, GYV, Roddy on the mic, Sad Indy, that just aren't hitting with me. That said, the show opened and closed with two absolute banger ladder matches. Kaylee Ray and Dakota set the tone with a hard-hitting match that featured Dakota's best showing in quite a while. Johnny and the big bad booty nephew, that's not going anywhere, brought it home with a great main event where Johnny once again, on his way out, showed why he is one of the very best there is, and Bron stepped up in his first ladder match to show why he may very well be the future. On top of that, we get a surprisingly fun tag match between Dem Out There Boys and Legado, where Von Wagner showed that no matter how awkward he is out of the ring, he can definitely handle things in the ring. One thing we got tonight that I appreciated was video vignettes introducing new talent, which is a much better approach than just throwing them out there cold. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the two WarGames matches this weekend. Hopefully the rest of the card will step up. Also, bring on the Shaman.
The Shaman.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone seemed pretty positive about this week.
Yeah, it was a way better episode than everything they've done since turning 2.0, in my opinion. It had solid wrestling. If it is in fact Johnny's last NXT, then so be it. But I can't wait to watch him wrestle on WarGames and see whatever happens. Maybe same thing with Kyle. We don't know. So maybe we'll be pouring one out.
They should add more stakes to this though. Like if Black and Gold win, we're changing the colors back.
Whoa.
We're changing the theme.
Yeah.
We're changing the CWC.
It could be it, man. Yeah.
And you're out of here.
Can't wait. Book
Trick gone.
Trips back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, NXT was up this week. Again, this Sunday, NXT WarGames. Don't call it TakeOver. We will be doing a watch-along and then a post-show. Twitch.tv/upNXT podcast. We hang around and watch the show. You can hang out with us. And then we stay on and we'll be doing a post-show, running it down this podcast here. We'll be putting it out on this very free feed here on Sunday night as soon as we're done recording. So
Yes, we will.
all these shows. Join us for BD Elite, talking all about AEW Dynamite at UpNXT Podcast, Twitter, for all that stuff. All the updates. And again, give us a shot. Patreon.com/upnext. It's only $5, North American tier. You get almost 400 podcasts, all the stuff in the back catalog, retro NXT reviews, movie reviews, best match ever, all the stuff, every show we've ever done, and then everything coming up, including all the stuff. The schedule will be out on our socials. Go follow us and everything, because we'll be uploading it December 1st, later today, by the time you're listening to this. And subscribe and check out and listen to us, because we love doing this, and you guys keep our Christmas lights on. And
We do.
We love you guys.
Yes.
We do. So Christmas season, holiday season, it's time. We're going to celebrate and we're going to have fun. All right?
Yeah.
But Sunday we're going to war.
We'll see you then.
Yeah. I myself, Braden Herrington, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at the Brady.
And I am at Davie Portman.
Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And, well, I already said it, but we'll see you at the war.
Ahoy!
First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.